Hey, my name is James Nicholson and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk about how to invest £100,000. Now, maybe you have £100,000 sitting in equity. Maybe you've inherited some money. Maybe you've saved 100 grand. Well done if you've done that. That's tough. And so now you want to use that £100,000 and you want to invest it wisely. You want to make sure that you're going to get a great return on your investment. So in this video, I'm going to talk about what I would do with £100,000, and maybe that'd be something that resonates with you and you could look to do the same as well. Now, as you're on this channel, make sure while you're here, if you haven't done already and you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel over there and hit the bell notification. We're nearly at 20,000 subscribers now, so do that while you're here. Smash the like button or tickle the like button. Do something to the like button. That really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Look, we want to get more views on the channel, I'll be honest. By hitting that like button, that gets it out to more viewers. So quickly do that while you're here. So, £100,000. Congratulations if you've got £100,000. That is no small sum. Now, there's ways you can get 100,000 if you don't. You could partner with somebody and invest on their behalf, a JV partner. Maybe you've got a rich uncle or parents that want to invest in stuff, but they they want someone to do it for them. So JVs could be a good way to get some money if you don't have it initially. You can save, which is the hardest way. I've never saved £100,000 in my life. I've always leveraged money and pulled it out in equity and stuff like that. I find that the hardest route, but some people, if you've got a good salary and you're good with money, that's an option. Or an easy route is to release equity if you already own a property. And this is what I did. So my property portfolio, they're always going up in value. We have little blips. We're going for a little blip at the moment, but not a crisis of any kind. Even 2008, I had property and it didn't cause too many problems. Yes, it went down, but it came back up a few years later. And so you might live in a house right now that's got equity in that. And I've got videos on the channel you can go and check out. But in a nutshell, what you can do is, if your salary dictates, if you live in the house, you have to be earning enough. You can go to the mortgage broker and say, can I release equity? They'll put you on a new mortgage. That will release money. Then you'll use that £100,000 to invest in property, which we're going to talk about now. Of course, the payments on the old house will go up over here, but the income from this new property will be more than the extra payment. And so you'll funnel that over there and you'll make a little bit of extra profit as well. Then you'll have two assets going up in value. So if I had £100,000, I would be looking to invest in the north of England. You see, in the south, you're going to struggle to get houses. And I always feel that a house is a lot easier an investment than a flat. The reason, if you buy a new flat, it's probably going to lose value straight away. If you buy an old flat, you'll have lease issues, you might have freeholder issues. There's lots more complications in there. You can get these massive bills for roofs and stuff like that. It's less control on your side. So I'd buy a house, and I'd look to buy a house up north for around £50,000. Now, that sounds like unrealistic to most people that live in London. They're like, you couldn't buy a house for £50,000. And I'd say you could easily buy a house for £50,000. If you go on to Rightmove, select places like Hull, Doncaster, Sheffield, these sorts of areas, Huddersfield, there are tons of properties at around £50,000. And what you want to be finding is the ugliest house in the best possible area. You need to get on the street, you need to go and have a look. You can initially start on Google Street View and walk along and see if all the other houses are boarded up or if they're all lived in. That's a good sign. But you should also ask the agent if the houses on that street are all being lived in, or you should definitely view this property as well. Places you can find these are Rightmove. You can find them on auctions, Zoopla, on the market. There's tons of different places you could find them. And I want you to find for 50 grand a property that you can add value to. That's very, very important. So it needs to be dilapidated. Needs a new bathroom, a kitchen, nothing too major for your first job, but it needs to be something you can add carpets, liquor paint, things that you could do some of it and builders could do on your behalf. Very, very straightforward stuff. So we're going to find that property. And then if you look on Zoopla or Rightmove, you can see comparable prices. You can see how much of other properties on that street sold for. Zoopla has this function and Rightmove. So you just look on the property you're looking and you look around property prices in the area. It will show you very clearly. And you want to find a 50 grand house on a street where other properties are selling for around £100,000. Now, I know to my southern viewers, this just seems unrealistic. It's not. There are tons of properties up north that are empty, that are just not looked after, that are on streets where people do look after them, and you will find this. After half an hour, it's not going to be lots of work to do this, right? So then you're going to find that property, and then you've got two options if you've got 100 grand. I would probably buy that cash for speed. And so the reason I buy it cash as well is because if you buy it on a mortgage, you're going to have to wait to the end of the mortgage in order to refinance and pull your money out. So you've got 100 grand, let's buy it cash. You've got stamp duty and legals on top of that. That's going to be like another £5,000 on top of that, right? So now you're in for 55 grand. And these sorts of properties, 2 3-bed properties, you can do them up easily for around £15,000. Labour is a lot cheaper up there. You can find builders on Checker Trade. You can find builders on Facebook groups. Get a few builders around to give you some quotes. You want a new kitchen, new bathroom, carpets, whole house up north you can do for 600 quid. And the decorating and plastering, you can get all of that done for 15 grand. So that's going to be roughly your refurb. If you want more details on this, in the link in the description, I'm going to put a program that we've got called the Fundamentals of Property Investing. That's a property training program that we've got that other people charge 3-4 grand for. It's less than 50 quid at the moment. So it's on a special offer at the moment. So click below and grab your Fundamentals of Property Investing to find out more about this while you're here. It will make really good sense. So now you're into this deal for £70,000. So what you would then do with your £100,000 is you would then put a mortgage on this property, right? So you're going to put a mortgage on the property. I'm terrible at maths, so let's just see here. 70,000 divided by 4. So you can get a loan to 75% of that value. So they would put a mortgage on this for you for £52,500. That's what they would put that on for you. And that's if you just got the property valued at what it is. But there's more likelihood that this property, easily you could get it valued at £100,000. We just did that in Doncaster. There's videos on this channel that you can go and check out that you can actually do this, right? So let's just say you got the value up to 100 grand, which is not unrealistic. You could now pull out £75,000 and you'd have made a £5,000 profit then, and all of your money would be back. So if you did that, you would now have in the bank £105,000. Not only that, you'd have an asset worth 100,000, so you'd have equity of £25,000 here. So your net worth, or your net worth now has gone from 100,000 to 130,000 just doing this deal. Not only that, that asset's going to keep going up in value over time. Plus, this would kick out a house up there around 675 a month in rent. I think your mortgage realistically would be around 280 a month at the moment in that sort of thing. So you'd make £300 or £400 profit a month on that as well. You've got no money left in the deal. And now with your 105, that's your cash back. That's your equity. Can't spend equity. But this cash, you then go and do another deal. And you recycle this as many times as you can. Now, sometimes you're going to come a cropper and the price might go up to 55 grand. Or the refurb might go over, something untoward might happen, and maybe your refurb is at that stage going to be 25 grand. So not all of your money is going to come out every single time, but as many times as it can, it will. If it doesn't, all that needs to happen is the house over time is going to go up in value. And when it goes up in value, when you do a remortgage 2 years later, 3 years later, 5 years later, you can pull out that extra equity. So eventually you've got no money left in the deal and you go shopping and you buy another deal. This is called the buy, refurbish, refinance strategy. We talk about this in the fundamentals of property investing, which you can get for less than 50 quid in the description. So go and grab that there. But this is how you take one deposit and you just keep recycling it and making more and more money with this. So let me know in the comments what you've got of questions or thoughts on this. Are you doing this yourself? Smash subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. Go and check out all the other content and the fundamentals of property investing before you go. But go and check out some other content on the channel as well, including this video right here.